Welcome back to another deep dive. Today, we're plunging headfirst into, well, a topic that's truly reshaping our world: artificial intelligence and the future of work. You hear so much about it, right? Some headlines scream about mass job loss, others paint this picture of endless new opportunities. It's enough to make anyone wonder, what does this actually mean for me? Okay, let's unpack this. Our mission today is to try and cut through all that noise. We're going to dive into a real treasure trove of our sources, everything from detailed Forbes articles, IBM reports, even, candid discussions from Reddit. We want to truly understand what the future of work looks like with AI. We'll identify those surprising new jobs popping up, show you some practical ways you can maybe leverage AI right now, boost your income perhaps, and pinpoint the essential skills you'll need to, well, thrive.
And what's really fascinating here, I think, is that AI's integration into the workplace isn't just another tech upgrade. It represents one of the most significant technological shifts in generations. It's ushering in a completely new era of human-machine partnership.
Partnership, interesting.
Yes, but it's not without challenges.
Yeah.
We're already grappling with a global skills shortage.
Mhm.
And businesses face real hurdles in adapting. Often, believe it or not, the cultural changes needed for successful AI adoption, they can be even more critical than the purely technical hurdle.
Right, it's the human element. So let's tackle that immediate sort of widespread concern first. Will AI lead to mass unemployment? A lot of people seem to anticipate a pretty significant impact. Our sources cite one prediction that's, well, frankly alarming. Within the next 20 years, maybe 47% of U.S. workers could see their jobs automated.
47%, wow.
Yeah, and they're talking specific roles: telemarketers, mathematical technicians, watch repairers, cargo agents, library technicians, data entry specialists. The list goes on. And the ethical concern that gets raised alongside this is that it could drastically increase income inequality and potentially leave a growing number of people sort of unemployable. It paints quite a stark picture, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. But if we connect this to the broader historical context, human ingenuity has this track record. It consistently leads to new opportunities, even as old ones fade. The World Economic Forum, for example, they offer a contrasting view.
Okay. How so?
Well, they estimate that, yes, maybe 85 million jobs might be displaced globally over the next few years because of new tech. Those same technologies could potentially create as many as 97 million new jobs.
97 million new ones. So a net increase.
Potentially, yes. Think about robotics. Back between 93 and 2007, they actually contributed, estimates say, about zero point 0.4 percentage points to annual GDP growth. And labor productivity, too, across 17 countries. So the argument is, if AI really sparks significant economic growth, it could actually increase jobs in other sectors, maybe leisure, hospitality, if people have more disposable income.
That's a fascinating tension then, isn't it? It suggests we're looking at more of a dramatic transformation in the workforce. Rather than just simple one-for-one job displacement, it's a complete reshaping. And what truly excites me, I have to say, is generative AI. The kind that can create brand new stuff, text, images, code, just from simple prompts. It isn't just reshaping existing jobs. It's like it's conjuring entirely new career paths out of thin air. Here's where it gets really interesting, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. We're seeing a whole new vocabulary of roles emerge, specifically because of generative AI. Take the AI prompt engineer. That's a big one right now.
Right. What do they actually do?
Well, these are the people who become masters at getting really precise, useful outputs from tools like ChatGPT. It's less about traditional programming, surprisingly, and much more about strong communication, real attention to detail, critical thinking, and just understanding what information the AI needs to give you what you want.
So it's about guiding the AI effectively.
Precisely. Then there's the generative design specialist. They focus on design outputs across fields like architecture, product design, engineering. They guide the AI to create and interpret maybe countless design variations to find the optimal results. It's designing with the AI.
Okay, so again, it's that human-machine partnership you mentioned, not just coding, but interpretation and precision.
Exactly. Or think about a more strategic role like the AI input and output manager. This person oversees the information that gets fed into AI systems and the outputs they deliver. They're dealing with crucial stuff: data privacy, copyright, AI explainability, understanding why the AI made a certain decision, and critically, AI bias.
That sounds vital, making sure it's responsible.
Hugely. And we also need AI content reviewers or content auditors. These are the human professionals who have to assess the quality, the accuracy, the appropriateness of all that AI-generated content.
Someone still has to check the AI's homework, right?
Exactly that. You still need that human verification. Then you have the AI trainer. They specialize in, well, teaching and refining the AI models, feeding them data, fine-tuning outputs for accuracy and relevance.
Like teaching it to be better?
In a way, yes. And just like any complex system, AI models need upkeep. That's the AI maintenance engineer, ensuring efficiency, troubleshooting problems. And with the cybersecurity landscape getting more complex, partly because of AI, we definitely need AI security specialists. They defend systems against malicious AI use, but also potentially harness AI to mitigate new kinds of threats.
Using AI to fight AI threats.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And as AI literacy becomes, well, almost as fundamental as computer literacy used to be,
Yeah.
roles like AI instructor or AI literacy educator are becoming crucial. Teaching people how AI works, its benefits, its challenges.
Makes sense. Everyone needs a baseline understanding.
Absolutely. And the ethical side is huge. That leads to the need for AI ethicists or AI ethics officers. Their job is ensuring systems are developed and used ethically, without biases, in socially responsible ways. They might even create the ethical guidelines for organizations.
And someone has to make sure those guidelines are followed.
That's the AI compliance manager or compliance officer. They ensure those ethical guidelines stick and that the business operates within the growing number of legal frameworks and regulations around AI.
Wow. Okay. Lots of oversight roles.
There are. And maybe even more creative ones are coming. We might see the rise of the AI personality designer.
Personality designer for AI.
Yeah, creating unique, engaging, maybe even human-like personalities for generative AI tools. Helps them stand out.
Uh-huh. Never thought of that.
And finally, there's the custom AI solution developer. These folks create niche AI solutions tailored to specific industry needs or challenges. They often build on top of publicly available models, but create bespoke internal applications, moving AI from general purpose to highly specialized.
You know, what's truly striking about all these new roles, isn't it, is they all seem to hinge on one core idea. AI amplifies human abilities, but it doesn't replace our unique capacities. Judgment, strategy, empathy, maybe even creativity.
That's a great way to put it.
The button pushing might decrease, but the critical thinking, the oversight, that seems more vital than ever. Okay, so given these new roles in this shifting landscape, the big question for a lot of listeners might be, okay, how can I actually use AI to my benefit right now? Let's dig into some practical, actionable ways you might be able to start earning with AI today. But let's be clear up front, AI is a powerful tool, definitely. But it's not some get-rich-quick hack, right?
Oh, absolutely not. It's about enhancing skills you already have, saving time, maybe reducing costs, and opening up new possibilities.
So what are some concrete examples?
Well, one of the most accessible ways is probably to offer writing services. You can leverage AI writing tools, things like Jasper or WriteSonic for content creation, maybe ghostwriting, copywriting. But, and this is crucial, while AI helps massively with brainstorming, research, drafting, human refinement is absolutely essential.
Your quality and reputation, yeah.
Exactly. AI gives you a strong first draft, maybe, but a human touch turns it into something truly polished. Another path is to develop apps.
Even without being a hardcore coder.
Yes, AI coding assistants like GitHub Copilot can speed up development if you do code. But there are also no-code app building tools, Bubble, Directual, things like that, often with AI assistants built in. You can quickly create minimum viable products, MVPs, and potentially earn monthly recurring revenue. Or just do freelance coding faster.
Makes development more accessible.
Definitely. If you're into marketing, you can manage paid advertising. There are AI marketing tools at Zuma, WordStream that help automate and optimize ad delivery on social media, search engines. AI can handle placement, even suggest content ideas. But that human insight, still crucial for the creative side and making strategic adjustments.
The human strategist is still key.
Always. And for those with a knack for numbers, consulting as a data scientist gets a huge boost. AI tools like ChatGPT's Data Analyst plugin can streamline data processing, create visualizations, run statistical analyses, even generate SQL commands. It really lets data specialists focus on the insights, the story the data tells, rather than just the grunt work.
That sounds like a massive efficiency gain for those kinds of roles. Takes away the repetitive stuff.
It really does, freeing people up for higher level thinking. For customer service, you could build AI chatbots for businesses. You can configure and install AI website chatbots. Tools like Chatbase or Tidio exist for this. They handle customer inquiries 24/7. It provides instant relief for businesses, lets their human agents focus on the more complex cases that really need empathy.
Good point. And for the more creative types.
Yeah, you could create and sell AI-generated artwork, Using AI art generators Midjourney, DALL-E 3 are popular. You can create unique images. Then you could sell them as physical stickers, posters, wall art. Now, this does require skill and prompt engineering, understanding how to niche down, maybe pairing with print-on-demand services. It's not just pressing a button.
Still needs a business sense and the right prompts.
Exactly. And finally, you could even start a web design business. There are AI-driven design tools now, like Divi AI, that can help create stunning designs, write landing page copy, and generally simplify website building. It's like having a design assistant built right into your workflow.
You know, what strikes me from all these examples is how AI isn't just creating things out of nowhere, it's acting like a powerful multiplier for existing expertise.
That's a perfect way to describe it.
It's like taking what you're already good at and just giving it a superpower, making you way more productive. That's a huge shift in how we think about work, isn't it?
It really is. Augmentation, not just automation.
Right. So with all this transformation happening, it's pretty clear that success in this AI era demands a new blend of skills. And some of them might actually surprise you. It's not just about learning how to type into a chatbot, is it?
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
We're really seeing what you could call a new foundation of professional success emerging. First off, generative AI fluency. Just being comfortable and effective using these tools, it's rapidly becoming a prerequisite for many jobs, almost like, language skills or basic math skills.
Really? That essential?
Yeah, our sources show over 70% of leaders surveyed would actually prefer to hire someone with less experience who knows how to use generative AI than someone with more experience who doesn't. That's a huge indicator.
Wow. Okay. What else?
Beyond that basic fluency, cybersecurity and risk management are among the fastest growing technical skills. Which makes sense, right? The cybersecurity landscape is getting way more complex, partly because of AI itself.
True. But it's not all technical, is it?
No, not at all. And this is key. Distinctly, human capabilities are also rising significantly in importance. Skills like risk mitigation, assertiveness, stakeholder communication, these are becoming paramount. Strategic thinking, relationship building, these remain uniquely human domains where AI can assist, but not replace.
So it's a blend. Master the tools and double down on human skills.
Exactly. Success really requires mastering the AI tools while simultaneously developing these crucial human capabilities. The overarching theme seems to be skills that help you adapt. Adapt to change, opportunities, threats, challenges, the capacity to learn continuously, to adapt to evolving markets that becomes essential for long-term career success. It's about lifelong learning, really.
That focus on human skills really stands out. It feels like we're being pushed, in a way, to lean into what makes us uniquely human even more. And speaking of skills, it's a global thing too. Our sources show countries like India are really leading the charge in generative AI course enrollments. That could seriously reshape talent acquisition globally, couldn't it?
It absolutely could. And this brings up another crucial insight, also highlighted in our sources. There's a significant gender gap emerging in AI learning.
A gender gap? How so?
Well, the data suggests only about 28% of AI course enrollments are from women. Yet get this, a striking 79% of working women are in occupations considered highly susceptible to disruption from generative AI.
Wow, 28% learning versus 79% potentially disrupted. That's a big mismatch.
It's a huge imbalance, and it's not just a matter of representation, though that's important. It deeply impacts social equity, and it also affects the development of AI technology itself. Dyer's perspectives are crucial for building robust, unbiased AI. It really calls for, concerted efforts to create more inclusive pathways into these fields. We need everyone involved.
That's a really stark statistic. Definitely sounds like something we as a society need to pay serious attention to, ensuring that access is equitable.
Okay, as we start to wrap up here, let's turn to some of the broader ethical concerns, the ones being raised about AI's profound impact on the labor market. Because this isn't just about individual job changes, is it? It feels like it touches the very fabric of our society.
These challenges are indeed critical, and they're discussed extensively in the research we looked at. One major area is labor market discrimination.
How does that play out? Well, major technological shifts, historically, often disproportionately impact certain demographics, especially those who might lack specific technical skills or specialty trades, or maybe those without reliable access to high-speed internet for education or retraining. Our research specifically highlights women in caregiving positions and also older workers as being particularly at risk in this transition.
So existing inequalities could be amplified.
Potentially, yes. Then there's the concern about the concentration of power. The pervasive growth of AI, according to some analyses we reviewed, could lead to the benefits accumulating really unequally. This could potentially increase wage inequality, and some even worry about political instability, particularly if power concentrates among just a few massive tech companies.
Right. The winners take all or most
Yeah,
scenario. So it's not just about job numbers, but who benefits and who gets left behind.
precisely. And we also need to talk about ghost work and job quality. This was a significant ethical issue raised in our sources.
Ghost work. What's that?
It refers to new forms of employment that support AI systems, but are often, frankly, dull, repetitive, low-paid, and sometimes psychologically harmful. Think about content moderators, for example. They might be exposed daily to really disturbing content, hate speech, violent material, horrific stuff.
To train the AI or keep platforms clean.
Exactly. And they might suffer serious mental health issues from this exposure, while often being inequitably reimbursed for work that is absolutely essential to making these AI systems function properly. The sources noted that the value chain remains opaque for these hidden workers, making it hard to assess fairness or ensure proper support.
Wow. That's a really tough reality to confront, isn't it? It certainly raises fundamental questions about fairness, access, and the actual human cost behind some of these technological advancements. If we connect this back to the bigger picture, it's clear the economic and social impacts go way beyond just individual job titles changing.
They really do. And to address these kinds of multifaceted challenges, several solutions are being proposed and actively debated. One you hear about is Universal Basic Income, UBI.
Right, giving everyone a baseline income.
Yeah. The idea is often suggested as a scheme providing legal citizens with an unconditional basic income, probably funded by taxation, specifically to buffer against AI-driven job losses. Another, perhaps more targeted approach is comprehensive retraining programs. So, providing displaced workers with new relevant skills, but crucially, coupling that with essential social and financial support to actually help them through the transition.
Makes sense. Support is key.
And finally, there's this critical need for policy and cultural alterations. This means developing national, maybe even international, guidelines to ensure AI's benefits are distributed more fairly, not just treated as a private good for corporations. This is seen as vital for retaining public trust, and it requires proactive approaches specifically for disadvantaged and vulnerable groups to help them navigate this transition equitably.
So, a multi-pronged approach seems necessary. Individual support, safety nets, and systemic changes. Well, as you can clearly see, AI is indeed transforming the world of work. It's bringing both significant disruption, no doubt about it, but also really tremendous opportunities. And success in this new era, as we've discussed, it really seems to require this sophisticated blend of technical mastery and those distinctly human capabilities.
It really does. And maybe a final thought for you to consider, something that came up in that Reddit discussion we looked at. It revealed that for people with maybe no coding experience, AI can be an incredibly powerful tutor or maybe an assistant, but it's generally not seen as a complete replacement for learning the basics yourself. Even this concept people are calling vibe coding, where you describe what you want in natural language and the AI generates the code.
Yeah.
Even that still requires the human to guide it, to test the output, provide feedback, iterate. The human is still the director. So as you venture into this AI-augmented future, think about this. If AI can generate, say, 95% of a startup's code base, or create art for you, or write articles, how much of the underlying why and how do you truly need to understand yourself? And maybe more profoundly, what are the long-term implications for critical thinking, for accountability, if our reliance on AI starts to outpace our own human comprehension?
Wow, that's a deep question to end on. Definitely gives you something to mull over. We really hope this deep dive has given you plenty to think about and maybe empowered you a bit to explore these exciting and sometimes challenging new frontiers.